When the name Jammeh is mentioned, something unusual happens. Everyone listens. His supporters, his critics, even the government officials. Years after leaving the office, the mere mention of his return dominated headlines for weeks. Stir emotions and trigger very drastic official responses. Not because the past is gone, but because it's still present. For years, Jammeh had sent voices from exiles. In those messages, he often spoke about returning home. At first, no one took it seriously. The statement became familiar, almost routine, and many believed that they were simple words from a man far away, nearly a decade into exile. Then something changed. A single request was made to his supporters. They were asked to gather, not for rumors, not for speculation, but for what was described as an important announcement. Despite Jammeh being in exile for almost 10 years, thousands showed up. The size of the gathering sent a clear signal. The man had not been forgotten. And then came the announcement. Standing before his supporters, through a voice recording, Jammeh declared that he was finally returning to the Gambia in November 2025. That moment changed everything. Almost immediately, the country went into a state of political tension. The government reacted, civil society responded, social media erupted. What has once been dismissed as distant thought suddenly became a national issue. The question was no longer if he was serious, but what happened next. In this video, we explored how a single announcement turned a long exile into a national crisis and what may come next. From exile in Equatorial Guinea, Jammeh released an audio declaring that his intention was to come back home. He did not sneak the message out. He spoke directly to his supporters. He said the time had come.
This November 2025, I'm coming back
to Jammeh governed the Gambia from 1994 to 2026. His rule is associated with allegations of human rights violations, later documented by the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission. These findings remain contested by his supporters, while the victims insisted that justice is still incomplete. His removal from power followed the 2026 election and a tense political standoff that ended with regional intervention. Now, years later, the man many thought was politically finished was once again setting the national agenda without stepping foot in the country. The government's position was very clear, at least on the paper. Officials acknowledged that Jammeh, like many Gambian citizens, had the constitutional right to return, but they also emphasized that the return does not cancel accountability. Any return, they said, would be subjected to the law, to due processes, and the recommendation of the TRRC. There would be no immunity granted in advance, no shortcuts, no exemptions. Still, the announcement alone was enough to divide public opinions. Then came the waiting. Those who closely followed Jammeh noticed a pattern. Over the years, Jammeh had often made major decisions, announcements, or symbolic moves on Fridays. As November progresses, attention shifted to the calendar. Friday came and passed, then another Friday, and another Friday. As the final Friday of November approached, expectations grew. Supporters believed that if he was truly to come, this would be the day. Social media buzzed, rumors spread, silence from exile became louder than any speech. But the last Friday arrived and Jammeh did not arrive. No explanations, no confirmation, only uncertainty. Around the same period, another development shifted the narrative. Sanna Manjang was captured during a joint operation involving Senegalese and Gambian security forces. The arrest took place in Casamance, across the border in southern Senegal. Authorities state that Sanna Manjang was apprehended in connection with security concerns. According to official accounts, he was allegedly found in company of other men, raising suspicions about organized activities. The joint nature of the operation immediately raised eyebrows. Why such coordinations? Why now? And why did the arrest happen just as the Jammeh's return was being discussed? Soon, speculation followed. Some observers claimed that Sanna Manjang was training along with other men. Training for what?
Minketa, mina wole sata lare. Sana atarele num abe basen, satele to ikafaye basen. Abe wole to num, abe jarinje. Go sana Casamance lonne, ko bisa. So, akara dulal beleto. Bare abe jarin num basen le, ni watin dingol kono. Ameta jele fa. Kool nata kolea. Aka bulab boy so noma ikata wulo kono. Ka yurol kuntu yuri jaringol. Ka jani kemboti. Ka ke kemboti. So yela furo le soto je wulo kono de. Bare ngamere idda mal tema mo klimbe kono le mi alon ko wo man kontani nu fo yala ko dole domo bang. Fate fana nyanta fenne soto ama soto bulu bang. Atata aye bole. Aye tolbe di soldaro ka fo ko molle kata wulo kono jana ka kembo jana. Wole keta kabiri ye sana toje wo tol kono ikay sana manja ko ha ikay be mintole Gambia no nyi akoye ha ikay ko o ken tol bate le nyini ka akoye abe wo satelo to it continue wole nyama amam me rek it benta furo ye dulal fara furo bi je sana be lari ni mo nani a mo saba wo mo sabol ka mu fo machinery sol le nkana wolla fanan to falye wolle jamati ye kasama baji le tara abe lari Sana manja famara baji ansumana baji ni mo nano le tara wo wulo kono ibe kembu janola kembo be janeka ila furo kono itol be laring ibe sinola ye round up ye sana muta wala nyama ye be identify ye sana sepi itol kono ye sana process ya hand over to the Gambia ni mo sabol dol wol mu Senegal dingol leti wol mu basen dingol leti I wuluta jele kebata jele
Others suggested that this alleged training was connected to Yahya Jammeh's planned return. According to this line of thinking, security agencies became concerned that Yahya Jammeh's arrival could trigger instability. In that context, delaying the return was not political, it was precautionary. But again, this was not universally accepted. Critics argued that no clear evidence was presented to the public linking Sanna Manjang directly to Jammeh. They questioned whether security fears were being amplified to justify keeping Yahya Jammeh in exile. The lack of transparency only deepens suspicion. Today, the case of Sanna Manjang is before the courts. Legal proceedings are ongoing. Some people believe that the government's version of events. Others strongly disagree. There are claims that Sanna Manjang is simply a farmer, living and working in Casamance. According to this view, he was not involved in any training, planning, or security threat. Supporters of this argument say the story was exaggerated. They believe the arrest was used to strengthen a narrative, the one that made Jammeh's return look dangerous. Until the court reaches a conclusion, this remains claims, not facts. In the Gambia, the past is not distant. It is still fresh in the minds of the people. Families remembered, communities remembered, and politics continue to be shaped by what came before. For some, Jammeh's return represents unfinished justice. For others, it represents closure. For the government, it remains a delicate balancing act between law and public trust. Jammeh did not return, but the debate he triggered has not ended. The arrest of Sanna Manjang, the unanswered questions, the waiting, all of it points to something deeper. This story is not over. In fact, it feels like this is only the beginning. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.